Our sportsNOLA.com trivia question of the evening, if you were listening earlier, I gave it away. The Saints scored 48 plus points in a game for the 11th time Sunday. Who was the first team to allow the Saints to score 48 or more? It was 1969. It was the St. Louis Cardinals, and the Saints beat them 51-42. Billy Kilmer, 6 touchdown passes in a shootout with Charlie Johnson at Busch Stadium. Special stuff. It was great. Al Dodd, Danny Abramowitz, Dave Parks. Man, it was special. It was fun to watch. I enjoyed it. I remember it. And I see it all the time being in the Saints Hall of Fame Museum. It is time now for our special edition of our Hot Seat segment, because today our tradition continues. Santa Baugh takes over with his Christmas wishes. Santa Baugh?
It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. I know you want to hear more, but we have other gifts to do this Christmas season. Hello again, everybody. Ho, ho, ho. I am Santa Baugh, a year older, not necessarily wiser, definitely poor with less hair, squeezing down the chimney of WHNO-TV and sportsNOLA.com, bearing priceless gifts, keen insights, sage advice, and warm holiday wishes for my friends, antagonists, colleagues, and the metro regional sports scene. Without further ado, to Saints owner Tom Benson. Tom, listen up. Above all else, I wish you and Mrs. B, Gail, and your family good health. That said, the wishes I extended to you last year still hold true this year. An NFL team that returns to relevancy. You invest a lot of money to get nothing more than season after season of diminishing returns. An NBA team that becomes relevant and makes a serious run at the playoffs. At the very least, Mr. B, a team that remains in contention through the Christmas holidays. Finally, Mr. B, make sure you are listening to the right people in and around your billion-dollar sports empire. The people who have your best interest in heart and not their best interest. To Saints coach Sean Payton. Dust is collecting on the 2009 Lombardi Trophy. Time for a newer model, wouldn't you say, Sean? At the very least, a trip to the playoffs. Just saying. It seems like I'm getting more and more cards and letters from discouraged and disheartened fans in Who Dat Nation this year. Still doing okay on my naughty nice meter, but you are slipping. This wish comes from Mrs. Claus, Sean. Would you please pick a kicker and stick with him for more than a season? Mrs. C wanted me to pass that along. She's beside herself. And if Mama ain't happy, Sean, Santa ain't happy. And Sean, keep tweaking that defense. I know it's getting better, but it still needs work. Give Dennis Allen my best too. Most of all, get him some qualified help. To Saints defensive coordinator Dennis Allen. Keep the faith, brother. If I thought Rudolph could help, I'd send him your way. But he's getting up in years, and you already have too many red-nosed reindeer playing on your defensive unit as it is. Just kidding, DA. Keep up the great work. To Saints GM Pelicans head of basketball operations, Mickey Loomis. Santa doesn't know where to begin this year for you, Mickey. You either need more stockings or a bigger chimney, or both. The time has come to acquire a bona fide, real successor to Drew Brees. Please, Mickey, I'm losing my patience. How many times do I have to tell you Anthony Davis needs help too? You, Dell, and Alvin are wearing AD out. His unibrow is beginning to turn gray. Plus, those carefully coiffed eyepieces appear to be thinning. He's not even 24. Give the kid a break. With the cap money you saved redoing Brees' contract in July, please spend wisely this offseason and make good personnel decisions on the football side. Your job could depend on it. And remember, the NFL may stand for not for long, but the NBA in New Orleans doesn't stand for not bad again. To Saints Pelicans Senior Vice President of Communications, Greg Bensel. As the official mouthpiece for GMB Racing Stables, Greg, let's drum up another Triple Crown entry or two this spring. And don't forget to pass along some winning tips for me in 2017. Santa likes to play the ponies too, Greg. To Saints cornerback Delvin Breaux, an injury-free season in 2017 so you can reach your full potential. To Pelicans GM Dell Demps, when I said let's make a deal, Dell, I meant get AD some legitimate running mates, bona fide complimentary players, not overpriced dottle or general players who stand around watching the face of the franchise play. I'm watching you, Double D, 24/7, 365, and so are my reindeer. To Pelicans coach Alvin Gentry, a healthy roster, AG, better players and the patience of several Jobs. Oh, by the way, I'd update my resume if I were you. To the face of the Pelicans franchise, forward, center, swingman Anthony Davis. AD, can you play quarterback? Drew isn't getting any younger. At least the Saints will surround you with some decent offensive players. And look, AD, you don't have to worry about playing defense either, because they don't play it either. That's just a joke, DA, just a joke. To former LSU football coach Les Miles, no offense, Lester, but stay off the college sidelines and get a TV studio booth job. You're a natural talking head, and Mrs. Claus loves the way you look when you get mad. She thinks you're hot, Les. To new LSU football coach Eddie Orgeron, you need a good dual threat quarterback to run your offense. To LSU running back Leonard Fournette, who has announced he will forego his final year of college eligibility and enter the NFL draft after playing against Louisville in the Buffalo Wild Wings Citrus Bowl. Leonard, 2 healthy ankles, a top-notch agent, and the good fortune of being drafted by a contending NFL team that won't run you in the ground early on in your career. Please don't go to Cleveland. Stop to LSU men's basketball coach Johnny Jones. Johnny, stop and smell the roses, my friend, in what perhaps is your final season in Tiger Town. Actually, Johnny, I want you to prove him wrong. To Tulane Athletic Director Troy Dannon, the ability to weather the storm and stay the course, Troy, and the courage to make tough decisions, same as last year. To new Tulane football coach Willie Fritz. Willie, a legit FBS quality dual threat quarterback, a talent-rich, academically qualified draft class, and several more American Athletic Conference victories in year 2. To first-year Tulane men's basketball coach Mike Dunleavy Sr. Mike, good luck on Willow Street. That said, hang tight. There may be a coaching opening soon at the local NBA address in case you're interested in returning to the pros. To UNO men's basketball coach Mark Sless, Santa has a soft spot in his heart for you since you're an Indiana native just like me. My advice to you is, Mark, keep on keeping on. To Delgado AD baseball coach Joe Sherman. Joe, another trip to the National Junior College World Series in Grand Junction, Colorado. If at first you don't succeed, coach, try again, and I know you will. To CEO Paul Houlihan and officials at All-State Sugar Bowl and the teams from Auburn and Oklahoma and their many, many great fans. A great game on January the 2nd. By the way, it's 7:30 p.m. televised on ESPN at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome. And a safe and festive stay in the Big Easy for your fan bases. To New Orleans sports business leaders Doug Thornton and Jay Cicero, keep on putting our city's best foot forward in bringing national sports venues to the Big Easy in this region. Your tireless work is invaluable and greatly appreciated. To LHSAA Executive Director Eddie Bonine, the wherewithal to get your membership on the same page when it comes to resolving the fundamental differences that pertain to select and non-select state championships. And to the great people in and around New Orleans, its political and civic leaders, and anyone who calls Southeast Louisiana and the Gulf Coast region home. Let's try to get along with one another and work hand in hand on making our communities better places to live for our children and our children's children. And finally, To my great friends and associates at sportsNOLAtv, namely Ken Trahan, Ricky Jackson, WHNO General Manager Dean Powery, and all the good folks behind the scenes, a blessed and joyous holiday season. To our loyal visitors to sportsNOLA.com and viewers of sportsNOLAtv, Happy Hanukkah and Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good night. And until next year, all the best. Who dat on 3? From Santa Baugh to you and yours. Have a great one.